Good evening, my name is David, and this evening I want to briefly talk about the theme of the Exodus and remembering. If there was a greatest hits of stories in the Bible, then our Old Testament passage for today would surely rank among the highest. God's people told this story of Moses leading them out of Egypt through miracles and wonders over and over again, and it is a story that arguably defines every other story in the Bible. God's people simply don't get bored of remembering how he rescued them from the hands of Pharaoh. Let us remember. And on this night, for thousands of years, the Hebrew people have celebrated this story in the festival of the Passover. The whole family would get around the table, as you might be now, and the children would ask questions like, why is this night different from all other nights? And the adults would tell the story using different parts of food to remember the different bits of the story. For example, they remember with a lamb how they put the blood round the doorposts, eating flatbread and bitter herbs. It may sound strange to us, but everything has a meaning and is a way to remember the night God rescued his people. For example, the bread they eat is flat because on the Passover night they had to leave quickly, and so there wasn't time to let the bread rise. Hopefully you have a photograph with you that is important to you, and if you don't have one, perhaps you can recall one now. I'd like you to take a moment to think about this photograph and ask yourself, why is it important to you? Why did you want to remember it? God knows that we are a people who easily forget, especially that he is our rescuer and provider. So like these photographs, God desires that we put in place prompts for us to remember his faithfulness throughout our days. And as we're a dispersed people in our homes, perhaps feeling like we're in the wilderness without being able to meet together in the church building, some of us may be putting up verses on our walls or fridges, finding a cross to put somewhere special, finding a moment each day to remember God through reading the Bible and through prayer, or taking a moment to pause before a meal to say grace. I'm sure many of you can think of other ways to remember. And so tonight, we remember how Jesus celebrated the Passover as he washed his disciples' feet. And we will remember with sadness Good Friday tomorrow, recalling how Christ became the Passover lamb for us, to die for us, that we might experience God's rescue in our own lives. Let us remember.